Dear aspirants, a very warm and hearty welcome to the YouTube channel of the Green On Academy. In today's session, we'll make an attempt to explain the importance of cell description, both from the candidate as well as from the psychologist perspective. Hope this video brings you one step closer in achieving your dreams. So let's begin. Candidates, before we dwell any further on the subject of the importance of the cell description, it is assumed and believed that you have already seen the stage 1 of the video, that what is cell description, wherein the very basic tenets of the cell description have been covered. So let's begin further on the subject proper, that is the importance of the cell description. Boys and girls, let's first see the importance of cell description from the candidate's point of view. Cell description is one test where you can prepare beforehand, even reaching before the SSB center, and easily write it down in the allotted time period of 15 minutes during the psychological test. However, the same has to match or in coherence with all other psychological tests, that is TAT, WAT and SRT conducted by the psychologist, and more so, your self-description has to be in coherence with your personal information questionnaire or the PIQ form. Therefore, self-description is one of the simplest tests, but it has to be original, realistic, and match with your personality, and not one must portray a Marx personality through his self-description. It is by means of self-description that the psychologist analyzes the perception of your personality through the eyes of your parents, teachers, employers, and your friends. So, self-description is very important from the candidate's perspective. Now, let's examine the importance of self-description from the psychologist's perspective. Self-description is meant to find out the levels of insight of a candidate and his motivation levels. By means of this test, the psychologist makes an attempt to find out whether the candidate knows about himself. If yes, how well he knows. Therefore, one should be aware of his strong points as well as the weakness. If the candidate is aware of his strong points, he can make use of the strength of these points for his further growth and improvement over the years. If a candidate knows his weaknesses, he can improve with conscious effort during training. Therefore, in case a candidate who lacks insight about himself cannot benefit from the opportunities and the training period in the various defense training academies. Psychologist also makes a judgment by means of the self-description whether the weaknesses of a candidate as observed during the previous three tests of TAT, WAT and SRT are known to the candidate and what he has done to improve and how it can be improved during training. Psychologists, like any other human beings, knows that nobody is perfect. Everybody has weaknesses. But he lays stress on whether are you aware of your weaknesses or not, and if yes, to what degree and to what extent. By means of the self-description test, in coherence with the other test and your personal information questionnaire, he tries to get a insight and he tries to find out what is the motivation level of a particular candidate in terms of how truthful the candidate is. Second, in terms of the insight, does the candidate has knowledge about himself in terms of what are his strengths and weaknesses. Further, what he has done to overcome the weaknesses which he already knows. And fourth, what is the candidate's aim in life? Psychologists, by means of understanding a particular candidate's insight and his motivation level, he also tries to find out what will be the impact of training on the weaknesses of the candidate. To elaborate further, can these weaknesses, as observed by the candidate first, and whether they are actually there, the same, can it be overcome by means of training in various defense academies? By means of this, he allots a candidate his trainability questionnaire at the end of cell description. Dear candidates, the aim of showing you this slide is by no means to give you information how are you being judged by a psychologist. However, it tries to emphasize on the importance of the cell description from the psychologist perspective. To elaborate further, at stage 1, that is, when the psychologist has already gone through your TAT, WAT and SRT, and he allots certain marks by the opinion formed about the candidate in the psychologist's mind. In stage 2, by which the psychologist has already formed an opinion about you. However, after going through your cell description and matching the same with your personal information questionnaire and understanding your insights and motivation level from your cell descriptions, he grants the overall psychologist mark. In the process of doing so, he may or may not change his opinion about a candidate which has already been formed after examining your TAT, WT and SRT. However, based on the psychologist's total marks and based on the performance of a candidate in terms of his personality traits, the psychologist will either recommend you as a clear-cut recommended case or a borderline case and may not even recommend you. But however, in case the psychologist find you a recommended or a borderline case, he may support you during the conference, citing your levels of insights and motivation level which he is able to dig out by means of your cell description. Therefore, cell description is very important both from the candidate as well as from the psychologist perspective. Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude this session, we like to say that the cell description test is the confirmatory test in the psychological battery of tests. Second, cell description test, although may be the last test in the psychology test series at the selection board. However, it is as important as the first one, that is the TAT. And it also, the psychologist also tries to match your insights and motivation level from the off-the-like qualities what has been emerged from your thematic appreciation test. And this test confirms the findings of the psychologist about a particular cadet, and by means of undergoing your SD in coherence with your PIQ, he either recommends you as a clear-cut recommended case or a borderline case or a not recommended case. This test gives an idea to the psychologist regarding how deep the candidate has knowledge about himself, whether he is trying to portray a marks, personality, or is superficially writing the qualities what he has learned or has been tutored in various coaching academies or from the videos or the books. He tries to know whether the candidate knows his strengths, and weaknesses, and to what degree he knows and what extent he has tried to obviate these weaknesses. By means of the test, he award marks on the trainability quotient to a candidate by getting cues from his insights and motivation level. Therefore, to conclude, self-description is very important both from the candidate as well as from the psychologist perspective. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, we come to the end of stage 2 of the self-description, wherein the importance of self-description has been covered in great details, both from the perspective of a candidate as well as the psychologist. In our next series of self-description, that is the stage 3, we will be covering the right approach to self-description. Ladies and gentlemen, a great vote of thanks for being with us in our journey, and in case this video helps you in getting one step closer to the uniform, please do like our videos and kindly subscribe our channel. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay focused. Best of luck and Jai Hind.